inspired by the Porsche 963 that's racing this weekend at the 100th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Let's take a look. Here it is, the Porsche Xbox Series X. These custom consoles are not for sale, but you can enter for a chance to win one right now at PorscheXboxSweepstakes.com. Make sure to stay tuned for the Porsche and Xbox social channels for additional opportunities to get your hands on these special consoles. All right, next. Phoenix Labs are building the next great entry into the cozy farm sim genre. We all like a cozy game inspired by classics like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Previously announced for Nintendo Switch, there's now some exciting news for PC players too. Let's take a look at Fate Farm.
Dear friend, life in Azoria's been treating me well. Days pass so quickly. Before I know it, they turn into seasons. It's been a breath of fresh air. I think we found a way to get cozy and settle in.
Welcome back, guys. I don't know why Streamlabs keeps doing that lately. It's actually one of the reasons that I kind of made the decision to just not have a regular schedule anymore, but I'm sure we'll fix it at some point, but no more breaks for you.
Comes to meet us.
You know something, Dwight? There has been...
As we're prepared, we can face anything.
There actually was a moment where I thought that maybe, because it seemed at one point when it was breaking out, since we moved in this house, it seemed like every time Anki came in to say goodnight, the stream would go out. So I thought maybe crossing the threshold, there's some sort of exposed cable we've put, you know, maybe it's causing the internet to drop. That's right where the router is.
Variety. There it is. Fate Farm and Mortal Kombat in the same show.
Maybe, we'll see.
Now, please welcome Ben Brode, Chief Development Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game Marvel Snap. What's up, Ben?
Marvel
Man,
Snap.
you guys have been on fire. Last time I saw you was at the Game Awards when you won Best Mobile Game. Seems like you've been very busy.
No more breaks for me. No, I know, right?
Content you've been doing. Lots going on over there, right?
Yeah,
Seems that way.
It's been exciting. We've been doing a bunch of new features, some of the wildest cards we've ever made, and some new game modes. Yeah.
Yeah, new game. Is that a segue, Ben?
Certainly, yeah. I'm excited to announce Marvel Snap's biggest update ever. We have a new game mode coming next week. It's
like Ben doing his thing.
Mode. It's a great way to get a super competitive experience and some exciting new rewards. But you don't have to wait till next week. If you haven't tried Marvel Snap, go download it right now on your mobile device or early access on Steam.
All right, Ben. I love the enthusiasm, Ben.
That's what I got.
That's you. You're made for YouTube. All right. Well, we heard you brought something fun with you for us to watch, right?
Oh, yeah. So, listen. I am incredible at card games, so I often win. But some people, and maybe you've had this experience, Jeff,
over the top, yeah.
Some people lose.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
And I like to think it's because they suck. No offense, Jeff. But sometimes, sometimes it's because they might just be a little bit unlucky.
Cue the tape.
Oh, snap.
Okay, I don't have an ideal hand of cards here, but that's fine. I'll see what I draw in future turns. Anyway, let's reveal the...
when the TV went off every time he entered the new apartment. Yeah, his little antenna.
Okay,
One of those.
yes, I will work.
My wife is not currently going out to the garden for
I'll
the
play
shears.
Medusa on location number 2. She gets +2 power, and let's see the next location.
Clover,
Hit the slopes. How do these guys hit the slopes?
chance of destroying your cow.
Okay, well, I mean, 25% isn't that bad. And it's gone. Okay, well, I have some powerful cards in my hand, so I can just wait. Let's see the next location.
The Big Barn. Players cannot play 4, 5, or 6 cost cows.
Guys, spring for some music that is not right off the YouTube audio library. No, that's Kevin MacLeod. Or the original one was, because I've used that in a video that Richard was in. I can't remember what it's called. But.
Still to come, we're going to look at Immortals of Avium from EA Originals and Ascendant, and the world premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite Wilds. Now, if you're looking for the smartest way to level up your gaming this summer, compare top credit cards side by side with NerdWallet and start maximizing your cashback rewards on everything from Wi-Fi to headsets. Now, here's a look at King Arthur Legends Rise, a new cross-platform UE5 game for mobile and PC, a Fantasy Squad RPG adventure that is available to pre-register today.
Oh, look. Another RPG in a dark world with purple bits of rocks poking out everywhere.
I have sacrificed everything to save your kind.
Not an ancient evil?
Fight with honor.
Surely not.
Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.
Yeah, it looks like most of the people are back in now. Sorry about the dropout. I don't know why Streamlabs keeps doing that to me. It just does these days. That's why I said it'd be easier on Twitch, because on Twitch I don't have to set the stream up and let everybody go find it again. It just pops back up where it left off.
Wayfinders, do you remember the fall? The gloom descended on Skylight. You ran
Sean Club, just King Arthur, you'd be all over.
paid a terrible price. You fell, and the world was broken. Remember who you were, who you are, and return to us.
This world needs champions.
Nice 5-hour drive to see some friends. Thanks for the stream. And you, Dwight. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Good to see you. Somebody needs some new ideas. I know, right? Oh, goody. Now look. Well, look what it is. Oh, Jesus. Why can't you bring the Unreal Editor to other stuff?
Seriously, you don't stand a chance.
Loads of other stuff, in fact.
Project under construction.
What did you say, guys? One more game?
Good morning, scavenger. Scan your surroundings to retrieve and recycle anything that could be of value to Scavex.
Captain's log, stardate 43152.4. Our fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory, and the crew is standing by.
Yes, we know who you are.
Your shields and surrender your ships. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Yeah, keep saying that, but turns out it's not.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023.
Hey!
Will Arnett here. Yeah! Right?
Yeah, Will, come on, I'm excited,
Maggie
buddy.
and I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July 27th. and I'm very excited to share a sneak peek of the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
This is gonna be fun. We're steady.
Ha! Swung a little wide there.
Well, aren't we a tall glass of water? Me? I'm more of a Hawaiian punch. I'm guessing you don't fight much outside of your car now, do you?
Look, Clown, I don't need 4 wheels to kick your ass. Any chance we can get this back in the cars?
How about a little kill music? She had dumps like a truck. That's like what? All night long.
Let me see that thong.
Like it when the beat go?
Da-da-da-da.
Baby, let your booty go.
Da-da-da-da.
Girl, you want to show?
Da-da-da-da.
The thong. Do you love the silver-haired god? Then don't lie to me.
Yeah, man. Look, I listened to Unleash the Dragon so many times the disc broke. I'm not a liar.
You said you were coming to my show, and then you shot at me.
It was a misunderstanding. I've been getting shot at ever since I can remember. It's a forced habit, I guess.
Sounds like you have trust issues.
Who hasn't dreamt of duplicating oneself in order to multitask? This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from France, here's the world premiere reveal trailer of Lysfanga, the Time Shift Warrior, coming later this year to PC.
Goddess of Time.
Receive my light, Lysfanga. Let this power flow through you and fight again alongside your past selves.
I'm here again. That's another me. I look good. I rewind. I begin again, but with another me to fight with.
You're coming with me.
You're not the only one who can be in multiple places at once.
I will become Legion and crush these demons. Onwards! I can feel that there are more.
Can we see anything that's even remotely different than everything we've seen before? Like, the last 2 years feels like every game is the goddamn same.
A single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's fast and fluid. It's an FPS in a fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast led by Darren Barnett as the main character, Jack, and he joins us now. Hey, Darren.
Hey, guys.
Great to have you with us.
Doing? Thank you.
This is such a cool game, super high production value, spectacular gameplay. Tell us about the guy you play. You're the main character, Jack, right?
Yes, I'm playing the main character, Jack, as seen behind me. He's a battle mage that controls all 3 forms of magic, triple threat. He's brash, he's funny, but he gets the job done.
Well, it's the gameplay, as we've seen, is just so fast-paced. There's so much action in it, with all the spells, the spell casting, and the magic. What can you tell us about the story and sort of how this battle mage, Jack, comes in? He sort of becomes a battle mage, right?
Yeah, he kind of comes from nothing. He's, I guess they call him a street rat is what he was. But he, during a time of intense trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
Okay. You have a great cast. You, Gina Torres in it. Lots of amazing.
Look at this kid. So Jeff's going to introduce you, then you're going to come out to rapturous applause. Is that cool? No. I just want to stroll on and be cool.
With you to share today, which is a gameplay sequence, which is one of the most epic sort of parts of the game, right?
Yeah. So this is a wild part of the game. This trailer's going
I'm sorry, dude. He's probably a really nice
the
kid.
Immortals and myself confronting
I'm being a bit
Sandrak
harsh.
directly, who is the top villain of this game, and trying to end the Everwar. And it's taking place in like one of the most badass levels of a video game I've seen. We're battling on top of a 400-foot mech in the middle of the ocean as it moves around. It's wild, so let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand new gameplay from Immortals of Avium, which comes out this summer for PC, PS5, and Xbox. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you.
But that wasn't just me, right? His body language was just saying, I am too cool for this shit.
Everyone that can fight already is. And we're still losing.
Welcome aboard, Immortal. What's our bearing, sir?
North by northeast, 5 knots.
We'll catch him, sir.
Get to the control room and protect Selko. Zendara and I will hold off the Rashanians down here.
Got it.
Oh, it's an EA game, never mind. Yeah. I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm getting too old for gaming. There's like virtually nothing that interests me. Like, so many of these games look exactly the same. But I really am doing that old man thing, which like I can't tell the difference between one and another.
I want to be an immortal. I want to fight this war as one of you.
You're what's called a Triarch. The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability to manifest all 3 colors of magic.
$50 for the game without spells.
We're only going to win this one together.
A lot of this doesn't interest me either. No, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you.
Love that we get to show you guys so much amazing raw gameplay today, and that game looks incredible. Coming out this summer from Ascendant and EA. Now, one game that constantly reinvents itself is Fortnite, and tomorrow, Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds launches, and today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast, hidden jungle with ancient secrets to discover. And of course, there's a whole new battle pass
Totally agree.
lineup.
Cookie
We can
cutter
unleash the
games.
power, yes, of Cybertron.
Palette.
Here we go.
Welcome. Feels very uninspired. I just like so many of them do, yeah. Sick of the recycled formulas and themes. Games used to stand out against each other. Yeah, it's so very few games interest me now. Like, so very few new ones. There's just so much that all looks the same. And, like, are you even allowed to play Fortnite if you're over 18? Very few games get your blood pumping. No, I'm the same, buddy. I am the same.
Fortnite Wilds launches tomorrow. Well, finally, guys, it's time to get to our grand finale. And it is a deep honor for me to present this game. What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again. This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre.
Yes, come on!
Iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases.
Come on, come on, come on.
The rumors were true.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Wow. Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
I was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you
Foxy just smashed her PC. I know. I bet she did as well. Are you over there at the same time?
As far as
Oh, no.
Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
The life stream. It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
According to Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth. Shadows of the Mad, I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now?
Begging for a crumb of info about KCD and nothing except we got a bar of soap at one point, I know. I really did think when he said that, when he said they redefined the RPG genre, I thought, yes, Warhorse did that. But, yeah. Hey, Scrolls. Sorry, buddy, I didn't see you come in. Here, have a gnome.
On the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
I got really excited there. I didn't they do a Final Fantasy thing earlier? Yeah, I think they've done about 3 in the last hour and a half. I thought for a moment when they came through the thing there, I thought, wait, is this Final Fantasy or is it going to be another Kingdom Hearts game? But like, no. In either case, I am not in the slightest bit. Fable basically helped define the genre. Yeah, I know. I think there will be during the Games Fest. I mean, you know, we've still got a few days of it left.
Peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul. That she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
Free you. Yeah.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, yeah. I mean, but that's not an announcement. Didn't everybody know this was coming for ages?
2024 to PlayStation 5. Nomura-san, thank you so much. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase. But that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles, including Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, as well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday. Right now, though, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from IM8bit and Double Fine, which celebrates the independent game culture with a number of new game reveals over the next hour.
Okay.
We'll see you this summer, later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom opening night live in
Someone's
Germany.
in the audience for this sign saying, please clap.
Come together here in Los Angeles to celebrate 10 years of the Game Awards. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon.
So I am going to stick around here, assuming that Streamlabs does not crash on me again for the second time this evening. If it does it again, it'll be the third. So, that's way behind. Wow, my video on YouTube keeps lagging crazy. But I am going to stick around for Day of the Devs, which I think is an hour. Is it an hour or 2 hours? So I'm going to stick around for Day of the Devs for as long as Streamlabs is going to let me. If it crashes during the show, I'll restart. But yeah, I'll stick around for that. But that will be it for my coverage of Summer Game Fest this year. I won't be doing any of the rest of it, so we're going to stick around for Day of the Devs, which is coming up in a minute. Or in a few minutes, I guess. I think it starts about 10 minutes. But after that, after we've done with that, that will be it for my... Because I'm not going to... I really wish that I could live stream the Starfield showcase. But sadly, not. How many good times? Cuphead Physical Edition. See? That's what you get for mentioning discs.
Hi everybody and welcome to the Day of the Dead Digital Showcase. Thanks to Jeff Keighley for having us be part of his Summer Games Fest, and thank you to all of you, the millions of people watching out. Millions of people? God, that can't be right. This thing has really grown since it started 10 years ago here in San Francisco. Day of the Devs was an idea from Double Fine Productions and the friends at IM8bit to put on a show that really celebrated video games and focused on the fans and the developers and brought them together to meet and celebrate games. It started as a live event here in San Francisco where we had developers showing their games, where people could play them and also listen to music and eat food and drink, and it was really just a festival of amazing creativity and a very inspiring event. And then during the pandemic, it became digital only, and now we're doing both, a live event and a digital showcase, so people from around the world can enjoy all of these amazing games. We had a record number of submissions this year, more people wanting to be part of Day of the Devs than any year previously, and we have more world premieres today than ever before. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and please, without further ado, enjoy Day of the Devs. Digital Showcase. There would be effects on that. It looks like good.
Hoping to see something a bit more inspiring in this. Yes, Monkey, I agree.
From Greg
I hope so.
Lovinoff and the team at Wishes Unlimited, who made incredible games like Wonder Song and Chicory. Here's their new title, Beastie Ball.
Hi, I'm Greg Lobanov, and I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what
Yeah, you look like it, Greg.
ever since Chicory came out a couple years ago. Introducing Beastie Ball. Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG where you coach a team of beasties to play Beastie Ball, which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties to your team. Then you can challenge rival sports teams as you rise your way through the Beastie Ball rankings.
Pokemon volleyball, in other words.
Beasties are highly social creatures that evolved to play sports. In their natural wild state, they're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, or just to have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another.
So,
and depending on their personality,
I have a notepad at the side of me for this, right? Which you can't see.
Whether they become besties or rivals,
With which, so I got my pen ready. I have a notepad right over here to note down any of the games that I'm interested in. This is what it looks like.
So with this game, we really wanted to emphasize the beasties' agency as living creatures. They're doing their own thing, making their own decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by you fulfilling a certain set of conditions while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as...
I mean, at least there's the Starfield showcase on Sunday. You know, because I already know I'm excited for that game, and I'm curious to see what else Xbox have got up their sleeve. The PC games show, I'd love to see, but I won't be streaming either of those, unfortunately. I've just got too much to do this weekend, but I really wanted to stream some of it, which is why I came in today.
Concept artists and spending a lot of time on each design.
Does it say Sonic? It doesn't.
And their poses and animations are all hand-drawn.
I'm out. Good night. All right, Padle.
Express their personalities and their different ways of moving.
To help give
Thank you very much for joining us, my friend.
We've been doing
Nice to meet you.
voices for them. Each one can express a range of emotions, and we've had a lot of fun.
Where Space Marine 2 is not on there.
Friendships and rainbows. This game.
Sonic actually did interest me, but I didn't not enough for me to sort of
You're kind of underdogs.
note it down and go,
Beastie
ooh.
Ball League shows up and starts tearing down the preserve.
I mean, you wouldn't, you know.
Your only way to stop the
right.
construction is to rise all the way to the top of the Beastie Ball League.
Right from the
I
start,
do sometimes make that noise in my head while
all the
writing.
ranked teams on your map. You decide where to go, who to challenge,
Space Marine 2.
and every time you defeat a ranked
I'm sorry that I'm talking over this, by the way, this Beastie Ball. If you're interested in Beastie Ball, I don't know what you're doing in my channel, but
it's a really special project for us. And if Beastie Ball looks cool to you too, then please check us out at beastieballgame.com. We're going to be revealing a crowdfunding campaign very, very soon, and we'd love to have your support. Thanks very much. We can't wait to talk to you more about Beastie Ball.
oh man, I can feel how much that hurt him to do that. Don't you?
In Hyper Light Breaker, Heart Machine's follow-up title in the Hyper Light universe, you'll assume the role of a mercenary with some serious skills. You'll be entering the Overgrowth, an amazing open world with everything from lush rolling hills to deep labyrinths. They'll be comprised of both handcrafted and procedural elements, just how I like my levels. Like its predecessor, it'll be chock full of secrets and lore, sure to satisfy even the most curious explorer. You'll face off against enigmatic enemies, armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks. This is Hyper Light Breaker.
Hello, I'm Alex, creative director at Heart Machine, and we're making Hyper Light Breaker.
Why did you make her introduce it and then have you come? You ass face.
Hyper Light Breaker is a huge, stylish, bloody game. As is our MO, it's a game that's vivid but bleak, with a crumbling world that can be brutal and beautiful all at once.
The one thing I like about Day of the Devs and like PC gaming at show and stuff like that, and a lot of these little side events that they have at these things, is that there's not so much of the preamble that you get. You know, at least we don't have to wait through fucking Jeff Keighley going, and now,
alone or with friends.
the rumors are true. For you, like, oh, just get on with it, Jeff.
Fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago. Every world will be different, loaded with dangerous creatures, razor-sharp combat, vast overgrown wilderness, long-dead civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure, with dangerous, unique, and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs. You'll pick up new gear, make new builds.
Have you ever heard anybody so unenthused sounding about their game?
From runs. We've learned so much from our previous games, building up amazing tech and a deep well of knowledge and experience as a team. Breaker is the culmination of all that incredible work, and we're excited to have you experience it for yourself.
Yeah, you sound thrilled.
We'll have a lot more information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
I'm enthralled.
And now, in true Day of the Devs fashion, we're traveling halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developers Stone Skip and publisher iam8bit Presents, I'm thrilled to bring you a world premiere title that is not only relaxing and enjoyable, it's chill and vibey. Let that anxiety go while you play Simpler Times.
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stoneskip Studio. We are a small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful interactive experiences. Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty of
It's like the mention of web sketch about people who want to buy a house and live in it.
Simpler Times follows Taina on a heartwarming journey through her memories.
Did you see the Safari Park one, the zoo one?
Man, it's getting pretty full. It's starting to feel like I'm never gonna come back.
Do the animals find it much colder here in Wiltshire than they do in Africa? They do indeed, because it is.
It's apple picking season. My favorite.
Through visual storytelling and mindful interactions, you will journey alongside her as she delves into her past and uncovers her authentic self.
With each puzzle, Taina grows closer to adulthood, and you'll be there to guide her. From simple activities like picking dried leaves,
I have a guilty pleasure for these games.
Complex ones like building a birdhouse, you'll interact with objects that hold sentimental value for Taina.
I really wish I could take you with me. I'm gonna miss our duets together.
We know the world is getting faster every day. We live in it too. We wanted to create a space where players can take a break, slow down, and enjoy something meaningful. Simpler Times stems from stories we believe...
No, I agree with you, yeah.
Inspired
And it's still more interesting than anything else they've put out today.
The game is a reflection of the physical spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
We want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around us, encouraging you to reflect on your own memories and experiences.
Simpler Times is coming soon on PC and other platforms, so make sure to wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope you'll enjoy playing Simpler Times as much as we enjoyed creating it. Bye!
Bye!
It's like childhood is the beach and growing up is the sea. Can I still take all these seashells with me? Can I lock them in a chest with my memories?
Like, even occasionally when it's a game that I'm not particularly interested in, at least if it's different than all the other crap. It's like, you know, this doesn't seem like something I'd play, although it does have a lot of the art style and stuff like that, are these little games that I sort of play with for 5 minutes here and there, just every now and again.
Built around a camera mechanic where the photos that you take become 3D worlds to explore. This is Viewfinder.
But this is why I sort of stayed on for this, because I figured this would have a little bit more interesting stuff.
Game to describe in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
What is this place?
It is a game that, gives players a lot of freedom.
What's an old photograph doing here?
You can take photos or find photos and then make them into real 3D spaces.
That is cool.
Did you just shift reality? Sick.
What makes it unique is the central mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
It's such a unique
Okay, that is cool. I like that.
and I think everybody is just gonna have a different experience of how they play Viewfinder, and that's just a really nice thing to it.
A perfect fit. An elegant solution.
Why do I feel like I've seen this before? Like, not something like it, like this specific game.
You can rotate reality too!
If I was to compare Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the gameplay of Portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber. People have also compared it to The Witness and Manifold Garden and various other first-person puzzle games. It's a puzzle game, but it's very sandboxy and playful and open-ended.
The whole concept of when we started.
Okay, yeah, I kind of like the idea of this. It's interesting.
Destroy a lot of things, and that's just
See, innovation. What happened to innovation in games?
Viewfinder is created by
Yeah, right, Gigs. I feel like I've seen this. I've seen this trailer before.
all over the world who have such
Like a year ago, maybe.
and interesting cultures.
Each character comes from a different culture. There's a lot of sort of culture-specific props and items and themes who you learn about, mostly through environments and environmental storytelling. And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces that really represent that character, who they are, what they like to do.
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions. Celia, always fond of.
Okay, yeah.
It's just very important for us to just put in what we know so that the rest of the world could also, have a glimpse of the experiences that we've had.
I know, right, Monkey?
This
Agree.
must be the next stage. Let's go!
Okay. Look at that. Something goes on the notepad.
We received a record number of submissions for this Summer Game Fest edition of Day of the Devs, but this next game didn't actually come through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation team is always looking for games. This next one actually came from Twitter because the creator was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn ghost story called Haunty.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Dasso and I'm with Moonloop. Together we're making a game called Haunty. The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost you can haunt things and get access to their abilities. There's a big variety of things that you can haunt in this game. I think you'll have a lot of fun sort of exploring around and seeing what different things you can haunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game. Haunty follows the story of a ghost in the afterlife, and beyond that it really expands into a lot of ghosts in the afterlife and sort of the stories that they have. The progression and story of Haunty both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special ability that they give ghosts access to pieces of their past life that they've left behind. The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style, so there's a lot of painstaking frame-by-frame animation work in there. And we have a fantastic soundtrack. And so it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience. If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
Haunty.
Our next game is a bit of a blast from the past. It arrived on the scene around 12 years ago, quickly became the talk of the town, and won a handful of awards, including the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at GDC's Independent Games Festival. But then, shortly afterwards, both the game and its creator vanished. That game was Cart Life, a slice-of-life simulation game that put you in the shoes of various street vendors and tasked you with setting up a successful business selling bagels or newspapers. As the story unfolds, you'd soon find yourself making tough choices and trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their families. It was a truly unique, powerful, and special game, and it's super sad that it's been unplayable now for the better part of a decade. But it gives me great pleasure to tell you that, lovingly restored and better than ever, Cart Life is back.
Never heard of it. I do like it when people go in and restore and bring back to life.
I'm Nick Herman. I'm with Ad Hoc Studio, and we're here to show you Cart Life.
These kind of older games.
Cart Life is a retail simulator developed by Richard Hoffmeyer and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For a variety of reasons, he ended up pulling it off Steam, but all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're partnering with him to help bring it back.
It's like, you know when I did that movie house thing a few weeks ago, like a couple of months ago now, when I made the movie house thing and I showcased that and I did a review of it on the channel not long ago. Like, that was all because I miss Lionheads, the movies, but you just can't really get a playable version of it.
Each have their own unique background
easily nowadays.
But what they all have in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart.
And I kind of wish they'd bring it back, you know, I kind of wish somebody had just even remake the game in the state it was in.
In a new town by opening a newspaper stand. And Vinny has big dreams, but never enough money to make it happen. He's hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around for him. Managing your own cart is not an easy job. Just like in real life, in Cart Life, your resources are limited. You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories. The world of Cart Life is alive and filled with characters who are potential customers that you'll get to know as you try to build your business. There's no right or wrong way to play this. What players choose
There's a very late 80s feel to it.
Entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different based on the choices they make, what they prioritize, and even the order in which they choose to play the characters. This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art, updated controls and mechanics, and we really look forward to sharing it all with you on PC and console later this year.
What you mean of them? That was I don't especially like it, but I have the nostalgic part of my brain is casting me back to when I was quite young, and a lot of games did that sort of thing.
Games, and as we get deeper into the grind revival, things are getting a little more avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave, but with a heavy
Oh
helping
god.
of demons
Oh
and
no.
grimstock.
Oh man.
This is the world premiere of Hellscape.
That's what people sound like in nightmares when they're trying to provide me with life-saving
Hello,
information.
my name is Jordi van
Oh,
den Bussen,
dear. Ooh.
also known as Kwobbelkop. I'm the CEO and founder of Phantom Coast, and today we'll be talking about Hellscape.
Oh, good. A skating game.
All right, Anton. First try. Here we go. No! That was a good combo! All right, that's it.
Too slow. Again.
Hellscape takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters who will do anything to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
It started a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002, I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground. And at the time we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super neat, right? But of course, we're bound to Tony Hawk, we're bound to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellscape. Hellscape is a skateboarding roguelike game. It fuses together old school skateboarding with the tricks and traversal, manuals, grinds, jumps, balance meters with a roguelite structure.
Just like with other games in the roguelite genre, death is a central mechanic in the game. When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources which you can use to get permanent upgrades such as tattoos or skateboards, which act as weapons. The combat in our game can be described as a fast-paced skateboard hack and slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks, the core of the gameplay revolves around your skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning. And then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of skateboarding, where you need it, when you need it.
Why did you stop me from skating?
Look at yourself. Your wing, your arm. What do you think happens when that gets to your head?
Thank you for watching this reveal of Hellscape. Wishlisting the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna, but I appreciate where you're coming from.
In our next game, Henry Halfhead, you play as Half a Head. That's it. That's the game. But it's so much more than that too, because you see, Henry can be many things, can be anything, in fact. He has the curious ability to be able to transform into anything he can reach. Using this peculiar power and perplexing form, you'll live the life of the title character, navigating sandbox situations crafted by Zurich-based developers Lululu Entertainment, and in so doing, maybe ponder the philosophical questions. Who is? How is? What does it mean to be Henry Halfhead?
Welcome! May I introduce you to Henry? Henry's not just anyone. If they're anything, they're, well, everything. Henry can transform into everything in their reach. Yes, everything. And that's how they manage their daily life.
The familiar noise of Henry's alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day, and it will keep ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous quivering machine. Tick-tock, tick-tock. At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making their bed. Staying in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later. Henry knows that if you want to change the world, you have to start off by making your own bed. Completing this simple task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up.
The narration of this is making it super weird. Like weirder than the half head thing. The narration is making it super weird.
Henry could sit there, lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a singing mouth. Not too hot, not too cold.
Oh my drugs.
Turmeric soap.
That's really a question for
just like the colour.
For you,
great for their skin.
It certainly seems like it. And the thing is that even so, this is still more interesting than the majority of the shit that was shown at Summer Games Fest. The main part there.
That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry it himself.
It's trippy, that's for sure.
All clean and dry, Henry is now ready for a proper breakfast. Breakfast with a warm beverage is important, and so is keeping up with the news.
This week. That's all for now. Have a wonderful day.
This isn't the Henry we're looking for. Correct, Monkey, correct. Is anybody else starting to feel like any KCD announcement that Warhorse make is going to fly super under the radar? Like after all this hype, is anybody else starting to feel like Jeff Keighley or someone like that is going to come on and go, and I was just having coffee with Daniel Vavre, and he said they're making this game and it'll be released next year. So, right, on to the next. I'm starting to get the feeling it's just going to fly super under the radar and nobody's going to even notice. And even Roxy is going to have to be told about it by somebody else.
The 8 o'clock bus.
Double the Henry, double the fun.
Man, she'd be super pissed about that.
Everyday life in co-op mode. Henry, everyday life with a twist.
A twist? Okay.
Our next game is from Jeppe Carlsen, a creator who's perhaps best well known for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside. We had the honour of working with him to publish 2 of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents: rhythm action platformer 140 and co-op arcade shooter Thoth, 2 of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played that truly give you a sense for and appreciation of Jeppe's contributions to those Playdead titles. His new game sees him teaming back up with Jakob Schmidt, composer of 140, and applying his trademark puzzle skills to a beautiful, mind-bending adventure game. This is Cocoon.
Hello, I'm Jakob, co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen. I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon.
Okay. Oh, Annapurna. Okay.
Cocoon is an adventure game with multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb. Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring. Just like that, we are now in a world outside. The orange orb here contains the world we were previously exploring.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's jump out one more time. We are now in a world even further outside and can explore this world using the orange orb that we picked up.
Guys, I actually quite like the look of this. It looks interesting, but I'm gonna risk taking another very quick break.
Orbs can be placed on switches to power devices.
And I'm gonna see what happens. So let's see if I come back and Streamlabs has crashed again for whatever reason. I will start it up and keep watching Day of the Devs. So let's see what happens.
You can use the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world, let it pass by, and jump back in. Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles. Within each world, you have to face a mighty guardian. Here is the first glimpse of one of these encounters. We hope you look forward to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation and Nintendo Switch.
And now, I'm pleased to bring you a title from French-Canadian developer Impossible. In this relaxing artistic exploration game, you play a painter with a watercolor brush and a whole city to explore. This game is more than appropriate for Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest edition because its title, Été, in French, translates to the word summer.
Hi, my name is Laszlo, and I'm the creative director at Impossible. We are a small Montreal-based indie studio working on our first title, Été.
Look at that! All right, Monkey. Sorry that I missed you jumping out. It looks like Streamlabs has not crashed this time.
In Été, you see the world through the eyes of a painter, with every surface acting like a blank canvas, just waiting for you to fill it with color. Été means summer in French, because it's set in our French-speaking hometown of Montreal, Canada, as you step into the shoes of a painter who's traveling abroad for, well, the summer. This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way.
Anybody in the chat, by the way, what
You fill something with paint.
is there anything that you guys are hoping to see announced?
And as you level up, you'll become able to unleash larger.
I think it's funny they identify themselves as a French-Canadian company rather than just a Canadian company. Montreal is extremely multicultural and diverse. It's almost majority English.
Plenty of locals taking part in their lighthearted everyday anecdotes.
Yeah, I want to hear what you guys, if there's anybody that wants to, like, is there anything specifically that you're hoping to hear announced over the Summer Game Fest weekend? you know, obviously, you know, for the majority of you, I think Vlad was waiting for the Spider-Man 2 announcement for the date on Spider-Man 2. I want to see, yeah, Fable and KCD. Yes, I'm with you on both of those. Obviously, the KCD one, you know, I mean, if you're part of my community before today, you'll know that we're all, like, the majority of us are massive,
in your expedition so far.
big-time KCD
Text on your
fans.
canvas can be freely moved, resized.
So, you know, we've all been waiting for 5 years
Pretty much your sandbox.
for news of a KCD sequel.
And if you're feeling inspired,
So there's that.
you can paint as many
Fable, I definitely want to see some Fable news. I'm, like most other people, I'm a long-time fan of the Fable
dozens of
franchise.
missions to inspire you. The only limit really is your imagination.
I doubt they will do anything for
Apart from
Assassin's
living your
Creed
best
Mirage
life
unless
as
it's
the
some
friendly
gameplay. I always
neighborhood
wondered why
painter,
they say that.
you'll also get to meet
This is the
other
first time we've
like-minded
just found each other
artists,
for another reason.
like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best-kept secret, an abandoned building that could become your very own painting studio.
For me, KCD and Fable for sure. Obviously, Starfield, I'm waiting for more news on Sunday. But the announcement that I haven't any right to expect. I mean, there's no reason specifically.
So far, this is the time where we take a brief break to talk about the long and complicated process by which we accept games into the.
There is no specific reason I've been given to expect this other than the amount of time that's passed since the last one. But if you've been a part of my community for even 6 months, you must surely have found by now, you must surely know by now that Just Cause franchise is one of my favorite gaming franchises ever. It's a guilty pleasure. I play those games to death. And they're one of the few games that I do play to death. Like, I just explore every corner. I get every single achievement I could possibly get. So I'm hoping for a Just Cause 5 announcement from Avalanche.
Games like Crypto the Necrodancer, Tunic,
That's
Disco Elysium,
so KCD Fable
Spiritfarer,
and Just Cause 5 for
Mini
me
Metro,
is what I'm hoping for a Just
Astroneer,
Cause 5
The
announcement. but
Stanley
we'll see.
Parable, and Papers, Please have all been part of the Indie Mega Booth community. If you're a dev, you'll likely know us from our industry work, such as our GDC showcases, our presence at Bit Summit, our global outreach and events, including a robust scholarship and grant program. And if you've never heard of any of this, well, that's fine. Just think of us as like a stepping stone into the games industry, where folks who love indie games can connect with each other, discover new games, and be part of a welcoming, diverse, broad, creative community.
Just hoping for something, anything that I actually really want to play.
During the pandemic, but we were so excited to.
They aren't Rockstar taking 10 years to make a masterpiece. Rockstar at least released a lot of games in that time.
2.0. Head on over to our brand new website.
I think enough time has passed. Yeah, it's. I think you're right about people losing interest. That's the thing that they're sort of risking.
Upcoming showcases.
Is that a lot of people are just getting tired of them being. I know they're sort of being closed-lipped and stuff like that, and announcing games way before they're ready hasn't gone well for a lot of people. This last.
We have another world premiere for y'all, and it's also really thematically appropriate for this showcase. You'll see why in a second. It's from the aesthetically amazing studio called Land and Sea. They're famous for the Alto series that you know and love, but this next one is not what you're expecting from them. It'll be herding your way. It'll be flocking your way. No, I like herding. It'll be herding your way next year. It's called Summerhill. It's about sheep.
Hi there, my name is Harry Nesbitt, and I'm the founder and director of Land and Sea. We're a small team.
I was talking to Pilot a lot about this, about Rockstar, and the number of times that the two of us say, why aren't there more Rockstar studios?
Laying the groundwork
Why aren't there more?
most ambitious project yet.
You know, those because they would fill the gaps, stagger the games. Right? Why aren't there more Rockstar studios out there? Companies that take 10, like 11, 9, 10, 11 years to produce a game of that unbelievable quality. Yes, I really believe they'll announce something soon, but I've been saying that for the last 2 years. Roxy's been saying that for the last 3 years. And yeah, as I say, I think one of the problems is that certainly in the 5 years since KCD released, 5.5 years nearly now since KCD released, a lot has gone badly for game devs that announce a game way too soon. Like way, way, way too long before anything. And people get impatient and they get pissed off. But there's a line somewhere in the middle of doing that and doing what Warhorse have done, which is just complete and utter silence, really. Say not a word. One of the reasons I believe that they're about to announce something is that they are now, even Toby is starting to occasionally make little hints about stuff. And he was really difficult to get information out of for a long time. So yeah, it's, you know, I expect something this weekend.
First look at our brand new game.
So yeah, KCD, Fable, and Just Cause 5.
Summerhill is a story-driven puzzle game.
I'm really excited about Fable, but I'm not expecting Fable within the next
Together
year
you'll
or
be
two,
setting
really.
out to rescue your lost flock that have been scattered across the mysterious land that lies at the border of your home.
Whereas I don't think it'd be unreasonable to expect KCD sequel next year. I don't think that's
striking pastoral landscapes
too much to
tell a
ask.
timeless coming-of-age folktale. As a team, we've been massively inspired by the rich history and cultural impact of sheep herding across the world. There are few people or places that haven't been impacted in some small way by the practice of shepherding. Even the name, Summerhill, is a name often given to highland pastures where sheep are taken to graze during the warmest months of the year. In many ways, sheep herding is in our DNA, and we really want to do justice to this timeless tradition and tell a story that could only be told in this way. We're also super excited to be working again with our longtime collaborator, Todd Baker. Todd is a composer and audio designer best known for his work on games such as Monument Valley 2, Dreams, and our very own Alto's Odyssey. We can't wait to share more with you, so if you'd like to be the first to hear about what we're up to, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game, or go to summerhill.game to join our mailing list. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you again soon.
Yeah, COVID. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We have to. I do keep forgetting to factor COVID into everything. Good, nice point out there, Gegs. That's very true. But I don't think next year is super unreasonable. I don't expect it this year at all. But I don't think next year is too much to ask.
I'm sorry, Greg. I know I shouldn't be interrupting Day of the Devs, but it's urgent. A virus has turned most of us into... I don't know how much longer we can hold out. It won't be easy, and the road will be long, but who knows? Maybe we'll find one more thing worth fighting for. Eternight is a dating action game that takes adrenaline-fueled combat and mixes it together with a heartfelt love story. Can I be honest for a moment? Sometimes with all these infected, it's too much. And it's during these moments that I'm happy to have someone to lean on. Fighting for our lives, solving puzzles, exploring dungeons. It all seems easier when you have someone special by your side to make things less scary. So, what now? Did you just shush me?
Yeah, I'm with him.
Teacher might
on this.
hear us. Hey. Have you ever passed a note?
Warhorse aren't. No, but
Or
Playon are.
you can just fight for friendship. That's cool and not... Wow, we are so cheesy. Mini-games! We have so many mini-games that can help you unlock unique skills and spells in battle.
But like I said, I did say at the beginning of this that I think either the KCD announcement will either be here or at Gamescom. I think. But if it's not at Gamescom, then that's not a good sign.
Did I say
If it's not at Games Fest, okay. But Gamescom is the other big place that Warhorse kind of.
Cool. Bye!
they're kind of really, really big on going to Cologne. So.
Wishlist now.
Next up, from Italian-Icelandic developer Evil Licorice, comes a nostalgia-fueled gadget-building sim that demystifies electronics engineering. And
The thing is about KCD that they can't.
I'm Marco Bancale from Evil Licorice.
They can't.
Designers of Retro Gadgets.
They can't hide the fact that they're making this game. Like, we've known that. Like, and I don't just mean, oh, we think. I mean, we've literally, like, Roxy and I have talked about this for years now. We've been talking backwards and forwards, and
This one, when I rotate
like, we've known for a fact that they're making a sequel
for Retro Gadgets comes from.
for a long time. Like, there's no hiding it.
With Lidl.
There's definitely another chapter. We know this.
Pico 8 by Lexaloff, because it brings you this
It's not
environment where you can build
a hypothesis. It's definitely
We also
there.
love
But
Shane
it's
and I
like,
know about
let us know.
electronics,
Tell us something
because
about
it
it.
managed to teach you
As Maple says, give us a crumb. You know, because we know it's there. We've known for
take the best of both worlds
2 years at least. We've known for a fact
and customization. All of this is
that they're making this.
cozy and retro.
But you know, they're not going to say that, and I can say that because there's only like half a dozen viewers in my live stream, so I can say whatever I want. I can't tell you how I know that, but
so please join our server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is in early access on Steam, and we have big plans in store.
But I can say, before you get any ideas, it's definitely not because I have been personally contacted by Warhorse and told that's not what it is, but
one of its
through stuff that's been found out with, like,
fascinated by one of the hyper-specific contraptions and gadgets it keeps on board to measure soil samples and hunt for traces of water. Our next game poses a very...
But I can't tell you how I first found out there was a fact, because that would be a bit of a betrayal to the person who let that slip.
Can it deliver pizza? In Mars First Logistics from Shape Shop, you'll be given the task of carrying awkwardly shaped objects from point A to point B by assembling and piloting your very own Mars rovers. And in doing so, perhaps you will solve the pepperoni-based problems that truly matter.
Hello, I'm Ian McClarty from Shape Shop. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars. You'll do this by transporting often awkwardly shaped objects between A and B, using vehicles that you design and build yourself.
Oh, this is like trail makers on Mars. GW, how you doing, buddy? I'm a Norm. Anything good announced? No, I'm afraid not. No, nothing at all. I've just been asking people what they're expecting, what they're hoping for. For me, Maple said obviously KCD sequel,
The game will give you new toys to play.
and Fable, and I'm with her on those two, Fable and KCD. But of course, I also want, being a massive Just Cause fan, I also want to see a Just Cause 5 announcement from Avalanche. And Square Enix are on the list, so, but you know, there's Final Fantasy, so Square Enix could be on there for a dozen different reasons, but I'd be surprised if we don't see some sort of inkling about Just Cause. I'd be very surprised if we don't see anything at all about Fable. I wouldn't be super shocked if we don't see anything about KCD, because as I was just saying, Gamescom is their other major outlet. For Warhorse, that's a big thing for them. Going to Cologne is that's a big deal for them. Gamescom is one of their favorite little dev hangouts, if you like. So yeah, if it doesn't get announced at Gamescom, then I really am going to start to go, what the fuck is going on, guys? Is there a problem?
Destination, using the parts that you have available.
Yeah, this is cool. It's like trail makers on Mars a bit. I like this.
And as you build up your collection of parts, more creative options.
Good old XJ.
And I think a lot of the fun in the game is just messing around and being creative.
Let's hope HJ joining the chat doesn't crash it. We decided to dive back into Generation Zero, the red shirts, the other day. And since then, I've seen HJ play. I haven't had time to play it again since I went into it with the guys, but
It's just 2 weeks away.
I can't remember when Gamescom is. I think it's
what everyone builds in the game.
So the thing is, I'm going to say, I think September, October kind of sticks in my mind, but it might be late August.
You'd think the aftermath of a worldwide flood would be pretty bleak, right? Well, UK and Denmark-based studio Die Gute Fabrik has a different take. From the studio that brought you Mutazione and Sports Friends comes the all-new adventure sprawling
There you go, buddy.
The adventure unfolds differently with every decision.
Feel rain in the atmosphere. I'm hoping for good news. No rain for weeks. Entire country's on fire.
So buckle your swatches and get ready for the world premiere of the stylish, seaworthy Salt Sea Chronicles.
All right.
Hello. We are Die Gute Fabrik. I'm Hannah Nicklin from Die Gute Fabrik, and we made Salt Sea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world premiere of Salt Sea Chronicles today. It's a flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you play as a ship's whole crew.
I was just telling everybody here, HJ, that the red shirts decided we decided to go into Generation Zero because we haven't been in there for a while, and I went in there with you and Matt and Richard the other day. But since then, I haven't had a chance to play it since then. But I've seen you on there.
And together your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship and set out across the Salt Sea Archipelago in search of clues. In each chapter of the game,
how you doing, buddy?
You decide where to head next, who to explore with from the crew when you get there, and what to say to the people that you meet along the way.
I'm gonna HJ stand by your messenger, by the way, because I'm gonna be chatting with you and Richard and definitely Matt. On Sunday, me and Matt will be like going mental. So
you have really done an incredible job.
Prepare yourselves.
One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos, and on that island, the people there live symbiotically with this community of cats. As you explore, you'll find a brand new trick-taking card
Matt told me that you found a Harley.
It's a really good way to sort of take a break from the story. It's called Spoils, and you can play it all over the
archipelago. In Gen Z, in Generation Zero, right?
Different house rules.
You can find other bikes.
Another thing to be proud of is our exploration system.
No, he has not. He might have. Actually, I haven't really been on my phone today because it's JB's birthday today, so I haven't really been on the phone.
To the other end of the island, you're just going to tap the shoulder button on your controller or select a screen span arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space. It allows us to lay the story down away from a linear path much more organically. Salt Sea Chronicles doesn't tell a story about a hero. It's a story about a community and how you navigate the world together. And each community that you meet in turn is going to be rich and amusing and strange, maybe, and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based storytelling, too.
There's a Harley in the dark, but a moped in every other life.
You'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter or a Romeo and Juliet chapter.
That's very on brand for Gen Z. I've been playing Generation Zero.
But tough choices and meaning.
For 4.5 years almost now. 4 years, 3 months, thereabout.
An incredible job. We're so delighted to share.
And they never have managed to get bikes right, have they?
And I can't wait for you to explore the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you chart when you play.
But when we do our Generation Zero road trip, because that's what Matt wants to do after we've done the Red Dead one.
Next game is... Sorry.
When we do that, I was saying the bikes, you know, with the fuel and everything, and having to craft fuel and make sure you've got your bike fueled up. I think that's going to make it interesting.
Most about Day of the Devs, says Tim, as Tim, I don't know, is getting to know all these amazing game developers. I love hearing them describe their games and their creative process, but I wish I could hear more. I wish I could be a fly on the wall, eavesdropping all their private conversations, all their ups and downs,
I don't think you want that.
Tribulations, while making a real video game over the course of 7 years.
There you go.
Too bad there's no way to do it. Or is there? This is actually pretty cool. Two-Player Productions was embedded with Double Fine for the course of 7 years while they were making Psychonauts 2, and they made a super hyper-duper long...
The first game you streamed on Mixer was Gen Z.
All the intimacy,
Was
all
it?
the tears, the outrage and joy.
HJ, we were playing it the other day, and HJ said to me, I was talking about when I first started playing Gen Z, and he said that was back in the Mixer days. Now I know what he meant, because I said to him, no, well, it was long before I started on Mixer. Me and KZ first started playing Generation Zero on the first day it released, which I think was March 2019. And we played it, you know, I played probably hundreds of hours of Generation Zero since then, but I wasn't aware that it was the first game I streamed on Mixer.
Tim's just gonna start taking our people.
Was it really?
So there's a ton of stuff.
I know I streamed it a lot on Mixer, but what is it?
So, you know,
And the first game I remember streaming on Mixer was Journey to the Savage Planet, because that was January 28th, the year that came out, was the day that I had agreed with KZ we were both going to stream on that day. That's when I was going to stream first. The first game I remember streaming on my own after that was Sea of Thieves, because that's where I met Scrolls on my first Sea of Thieves thing. But I definitely did stream Gen Z around then. I don't remember it being the first game I streamed on.
To submit your game for future Day of the Devs, or to just hear about Day of the Devs in general, go to dayofthedevs.com for more info.
Thank you to all the incredible sponsors that have been with us since the very beginnings of Day of the Devs. We're going on 11 years. We could not pay for any of this without these sponsors. They donate to us. Ask for nothing in return except a showcase of incredible games from indie devs all around the world. So please, applause for all the cool logos on the screen. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you. Thank you again to the incomparable Dose One. He's been supplying the beats for all the transitions between all these amazing games ever since we started doing these digital showcases for Day of the Devs. Thank you again. You're a hero amongst heroes. Go check out his music. It's amazing. Hell, Dose One is incredible. Thank you for watching Day of the Devs yet again. If you're looking for more information or you just want to subscribe to the coolest newsletter in all the land, go to dayofthedevs.com, the URL on your screen. Follow us on social media. We got more coming up this year. Thank you to our friend Jeff Keighley. The Summer Game Fest showcase was amazing. We're so happy to be a part of Summer Game Fest for these last many years. Definitely stick around. We're not completely done yet. We have a musical performance featuring the sounds of New Caledonia, thanks to our friends who made the game Chia. It's worth it. It's really f***ing cool. Happening right now.
I heard a rumor about Nick Cage. Yeah, he was here. Getting in on that Keanu thing, but you know, I love Nick Cage, don't get me wrong, but he's never going to be Keanu, is he? He's a better actor, which isn't saying much. You know, when you can say that Nick Cage is a better actor than someone, it's pretty much got to be someone like Keanu Reeves, doesn't it? But Keanu Reeves is just such a solid dude that nobody really cares that he's not all that good at his job. Were you not in the stream when Nick Cage strolled on stage earlier? Maple? He's in Dead by Daylight? Is it? Is he? He's in the new Dead by Daylight, I think. Or DLC or something. Well, folks, before I disappear, I am not going to be covering, not on stream, I'm not going to be covering any more of Summer Game Fest this year on stream, simply because I've just got a million things to do this week. But before you all disappear, there will be a video. I'm going to make a YouTube video talking about this once I have new, and because there'll be some old content going on there, but once I have new content to put on there, so whether that's Red Shirts or it's Butch Dumas or it's Captain Cade or it's Charles from Among Trees or any of the characters that I've so far created that you've seen, or some of the ones I've created that you haven't yet seen, I am, for those of you who don't yet know, there will be a video about this coming when I'm ready to put more stuff on there. So I don't just want to start it off by putting old crap on there, because that will be, but there will be no more story content, no more of that machinima story-like stuff that I love to do. There'll be no more of that going on the Knights Arcade channel. I am in the process of setting up a new YouTube channel. It's one of the many things I'm doing. I'm concentrating on trying to reboot my voiceover work, which has kind of died while I was away because a lot of things changed in the last year in voiceover. But I'm currently making a brand new YouTube channel called Night Tales, like the old before Sidekicks. Me and KZ used to do Night Tales. I called it for a while, but I was using the Indiana Jones style kind of writing, and someone pointed out that that's just like DuckTales, and I went, "Oh shit, that's right, it is." So that went away, and we came up with Sidekicks, and then Casey and I went our separate ways, and now we like Red Shirts. But so there will be a new channel called Night Tales. That's what I'm setting up currently on that channel, and that channel will then become my main focus. On that channel will be more of the content that I sort of love, like story content, like story content, Captain Cade. So like fully in character stuff, right? Not like the Among Trees stuff used to be at the beginning, which was like a minute or two of Charles, the character at the beginning of the video, and then me playing Among Trees. No, it'll be fully in character stories made within games. It'll be proper machinima stuff. And the Red Shirts content will be split between the two channels. All my story content will be on there. The Red Shirts edited video content, like the more narrative style of stuff, like what we're doing with the Red Shirts road trips, right? The Red Shirts road trips, like at the moment, we still haven't finished. It's taking us forever to get us all together in the same place, but we still haven't finished the Red Dead Redemption road trip that we started. It's massive. There's like dozens of hours of footage that I've got to wade through. We've done a lot in that. And the next road trip after that. So Red Shirts road trips, I think, are probably going to be a thing. And that'll be edited narrative content where I bring back Jasper Stokely Sinclair Jasper Stokely Sinclair, the old Sidekicks narrator, will come back for the Red Shirts edited content. Red Shirts, when we do the occasional live stream, that will be on Knights Arcade. So, that sort of stuff. Other things that will be on Knights Arcade will be, I may actually return to doing a Let's Play series for Starfield, but we'll see. I will almost certainly do some sort of guides for Starfield, because I'm sure I will dive into that. That will be on Knights Arcade. And there will still, from time to time, there'll be a review or an essay video put on Knights Arcade from time to time. But I'm kind of moving away from Knights Arcade. I'm not leaving it behind. It will still exist. There will still be content on it. But my main focus is to get back to what I love and what I really wanted to do this for in the first place, which was to make that sort of story-based comedy story content. So that will be on the new channel. And as soon as that channel is set up and I've got new content to go on it, new content, not the old, because I will be putting some of the old stuff. So I'll put Butch Dumas' old episode on there to sort of lead into another. I don't think I'll put all of Charles's episodes on there. What I'll do is I'll put all the Charles sort of preambles that I used to do in Among Trees. I'm going to put all those into one video as like a prologue of a new Charles adventure to show you where he's going from this point on. I think there's probably going to be some Occupy Mars stuff. Captain Cade will be returning, Sea of Thieves, and there'll be Red Shirts content and stuff like that. So, you know, we'll see. I'm not going to have a regular schedule because story content takes me forever to make. But I want to concentrate more of my YouTube efforts on making that because I've been too focused for too long on the reviews and getting game keys from developers so that I can look at games. And the thing is that then what happens is that developers offer you game keys all the time, and quite a lot of time I'm spending time on games that I don't really have any interest in, simply because they've given me a key, and I'm like, well, I don't want to upset the dev.
Did I ever tell you about the time?
Sunday, yes, they'll be back Sunday. But at the moment, I'm working on the artwork for the new channel, and I'm working on, you know, restarting my voiceover. So that's why I'm a little bit quiet in the Discord, but it doesn't mean nothing's happening on YouTube. Quite the contrary. In actual fact, there's quite a lot happening with my YouTube career at the moment, but it's changes. So it's all happening in the background. The boys, the Red Shirts, HJ, Pilot, and Richard, Copper Octopus, they're in on some of it. So they know quite a lot of it, and some of the stuff coming up, like some of the episodes of Charles from Among Trees, will have other voice actors in it. Pilot has agreed to be in it. Spiff has agreed to be in it. Roxy has agreed to be in some of this stuff. So there will occasionally, you'll see other creators that you're familiar with. Their voices will occasionally crop up in some of these stories, I hope. Scrolls is another one who's agreed to sort of lend his voice to some of these things. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But I am really, really excited, and I want to make a video telling you about all the changes. Me moving back over to Twitch is kind of like that at the moment. I'm still kind of on the fence simply because of the announcements and the changes they've made to monetization yesterday or the day before. I can't remember, but yeah, we'll see. But I'll keep you all up to date with it in the Discord. I just don't want you to think that because I've gone a bit quiet that nothing's happening. It's quite the opposite. I'm gone a bit quiet because there's a lot happening in the background, and hopefully you'll see it in this coming year and beyond. But that is it from me before this new show starts. Thank you very much for joining me. I did actually really enjoy that, even though there wasn't much announced that I was super excited about. I will be on Twitter tweeting about the other things from Summer Game Fest, and I'll mention some of it in the Discord. So if you're watching it, you know, we can chat about that in the Discord and stuff. But thank you very much, all of you, for being here. It was great to see some of you that I haven't seen for a while. Maple, for example, and Monkey, some of you that I haven't spoken to for quite a while. HJ, thanks for joining us at the end there, buddy. I will talk to you soon. But that's it. From Night's Arcade, this is Sleepless Night, saying nighty-night.